Loneliness. This word was not shouted, but whispered in the empty rooms of my crew stuff apartment in Brest, a small Belarusian city where rumors spread faster than Wi-Fi. Elena Viktorovna, that was my name, was a 47-year-old woman, and I had a 10-year shadow of divorce behind me. 10 years is a long time to accept your status, but not enough to love it. My life was as measured as the dosage in the pharmacy where I worked in the heart of the city, right next to the old, battered market. Every evening after my shift, I put on my headphones and went home. The music was not for entertainment, but to drown out the inner echo. My ex-husband, Vasily, has long established his new sunny world, and my son, my Pasha, has turned into a resident of Prague, sending rare messages instead of a live voice. I didn't let myself look lost. My wardrobe consisted of immaculately clean, modest, but perfectly fitting dresses, shoes with elegant low heels, and my face was always decorated with restrained but skillful makeup. Clients, receiving aspirin or tincture from me, invariably noticed, "Elena Viktorovna, such a statuesque woman should not be alone." If only they knew how hard these neat images were for me, and how empty it was in the evenings when even the TV seemed too loud. The routine, as always, did not portend any problems. I reached for the box of scarce ointments on the top shelf of the back room. A casual, almost automatic movement. Click! A sharp spasm piercing my lower back drove me into a stupor. The pain was so sharp that it took my breath away. I had to take time off from work, which was an incredible event for me, a fanatical worker. I spent the next 2 days in prison, smearing myself with acrid-smelling creams and cursing my 47 years. On the third day, there was no knock on the door, but a call. Irina, my neighbor from the third floor, was standing on the threshold, a whirlwind woman, a fountain of energy, and a walking encyclopedia of all the entrance news. "Did you go on vacation, Oksana? 3 days without a pharmacy. Here you go, homemade soup." And then she bent down, lowering her voice to a conspiratorial whisper. "Listen, we have one in the neighborhood, Victor. He is a former sanatorium massage therapist. Now he accepts at home. All the grandmothers go to him, then they glow with happiness. They say he's got hands. Magical." Irina, I couldn't help but smile skeptically. "Are you seriously suggesting that I go to a strange guy and undress?" Irina waved her hand as if she were an annoying fly. "You're not undressing, you're getting better. He's intelligent, a widower, and very careful. He's comfortable, and most importantly, he knows how and where to click." My lower back stopped aching after 2 sessions. She pressed a crumpled piece of paper with a number into my hand. I've been looking at these numbers on my phone for a long time. An adult, self-sufficient woman, but she was rushing around like a schoolgirl before a first date. In the evening, having overcome myself, I finally dialed. "Hello?" The voice on the other end of the line was deep, confident, but with surprising gentleness. There was warmth and something vaguely familiar about him. "Hello. Me. Irina recommended it. I have a back. I tore it up. Tomorrow, at 3 p.m. I'll send you the address. Take comfortable clothes or a bathrobe." Not a single superfluous word, not a hint of intrusive politeness. It immediately inspired confidence. In the morning, I spent an hour in front of the mirror choosing an outfit. She settled on a dark blue formal pencil skirt and a light, neat shirt. She gathered her hair into a low, elegant bun and on a sudden impulse added a drop of vanilla perfume. Just for myself, I tried to convince myself. Victor's house turned out to be in a quiet panel on the outskirts. There is a laconic sign on the door, massage. The door was opened by a tall, trim man in his 50s. Bright, penetrating eyes, noble gray hair at the temples, and an almost military bearing. "Elena, come in." There was peace inside. It smelled of eucalyptus and some kind of herbal balm. There are posters with anatomical diagrams on the wall and an immaculately clean couch in the corner. Strip down to your underwear. The robe is right here. I'll come out. I was left alone, my heart pounding, not from fear, but from the strangeness of a man's presence. When he returned, his hands were firm, but his movements were delicate. Warm oil, a steady glide on the small of your back. He was slowly feeling for the point of spasm. Here? His voice was quiet. I almost groaned at the sharp pain. Yes. He smiled apologetically out of the corner of his lips. So, I definitely hit it. I lay on my stomach, feeling his strong fingers. There was almost tenderness in them. He walked professionally around the thoracic region, but for some reason, his every movement was agitated. Have you been alone for a long time? A sudden, quiet question that broke the silence. More than 10 years? I'm 6. Pause. You know, he continued, gently massaging his thigh muscles. People come to me for a massage, but they leave with something more. Someone with peace, someone with the feeling that they have been noticed again. His fingers were working on the edge of what was allowed, but the pain was receding, taking with it my psychological protection. I think we need 2 more sessions. The muscles are very clogged. Okay. My reply came out quieter than I expected. When I left, he helped me put on my coat and scarf. His fingers slid down my neck, and I shuddered. The look he gave me was long, almost piercing. The next day, I woke up with the pain in my back almost gone, but with an uneasy, aching feeling inside. The feeling of his hands, his calm but attentive gaze, all this did not let go. I decided to dress differently. She chose a burgundy dress with a scent that flowed over her body and let her hair down in soft waves. I've enhanced my eye makeup. What for? The answer was obvious, but it was scary to voice it. Victor greeted me with the same calmness, but his eyes lingered on me for a split second longer. He noticed the change. The room smelled of herbs again, but now instead of classical music, slow jazz was playing. How was your night? He asked, pointing to a chair. Much better. Today we need to take the residual tension off the sideline and the top of the back. I changed my clothes behind the screen. The robe was thin and slightly cool. At his request, I lay down sideways. He started with the neck. Her fingers gently traced the contour of the back of her head, sinking into the roots of her hair. A chill ran down my spine. He leaned close, his breathing steady but hot. Do you always work so carefully? I blurted out. Only if the person is worthy of it, he replied softly. A shiver went through me, and it wasn't a shiver from the cold. He sank lower, along the sideline from armpit to hip. Sometimes, almost unconsciously, he touched me lightly with his elbow or forearm. Those fleeting touches were exhilarating. You have very expressive skin, he suddenly said. She speaks when she feels good. I just squeezed my eyes shut, allowing myself a tiny smile. He asked me to turn over on my stomach. His palms rested on the line of his lower back and went up. That's where you have tension, even though your back is almost clean. It's an old stress. And then I realized that he could feel me, not just muscles and skin, but my inner state, my fatigue. I'm often told that I keep everything to myself. That's probably what you felt. It's visible to the naked eye, he smiled. But you're relaxed now. I really felt defenseless, but in a good way. I wanted to let myself go next to him. He started massaging his buttocks through the thin robe. Professionally, within the limits, but every wave on the skin resonated somewhere deeper than the muscles. Her fingers lightly grazed the inside of her thigh, just enough to call it a medical touch, but I knew he knew what he was doing. Is everything okay? He leaned closer. I nodded, my lips trembling slightly. Suddenly, he stopped. His hands froze on my back. I'm sorry, he whispered. I feel more than I should. I turned my head. Our eyes met. There was a sincere attraction and amazing restraint in his eyes. No vulgarity, no pressure, just honesty. "Me too," I breathed. He didn't kiss me. He just covered my back with a soft blanket and sat down next to me. "We can continue tomorrow, or we can talk. I don't want to do something that I'll blame myself or you for later." It was unexpectedly noble. "Come back tomorrow," I replied, and not just as a massage therapist. The next morning, my back didn't hurt at all, but I didn't sleep most of the night, replaying the moment when he stopped. I pulled my hair back into a soft bun, put on tight leggings and a loose white shirt with a scent that fell off my shoulder. When I knocked, he opened instantly. We didn't talk much, but the silence was intense. "Today we will work on the neck and thoracic region. Anxiety often gets stuck there," he said. I lay down. His fingers slid along the line of her collarbone, carefully going under the edge of her robe. "You're all trapped here. Are you pushing yourself?" he asked. "I'm a woman." He chuckled. "Do you want someone to feel sorry for you?" "Yes, sometimes." The room was plunged into silence. Even the jazz turned off. He asked me to sit down to work out my shoulders and stood behind my back. His fingers wrapped around my shoulders, and then, all of a sudden, the back of his hand touched my cheek. "I'm sorry, I think I crossed the line again." I turned around. Our faces were dangerously close. "I'm not scared. Just don't leave." He put the roller under my stomach again to lift my pelvis. "I want to try something for the lumbar area, a little more intimate but completely professional." I nodded. His hands went over the inside of her thighs. "Is everything okay?" "Better than good." He started massaging the line between his lower back and buttocks. I felt like everything inside me was melting. He stopped again, covered her with a blanket, and sat down next to her. "If we keep this up, it's not just a massage anymore," I whispered. He took my hand. "I don't want it to remain just a massage." The next morning, I didn't immediately realize where I was. The pillow didn't smell of eucalyptus, but of a man's scent. I fell asleep at his place. We took our time. We didn't kiss, but it was closer than many hugs in my life. I stretched, but my back didn't hurt at all. Victor returned from the kitchen with a cup of tea. He was wearing a house dress, unbuttoned at the neck, and I saw a scar, a trace from a past non-sanatorium life. "You're the first person I let stay the night," he said. My cheeks flushed. "Do you want to not say today that this is a session?" he asked. "Just stay with me, without dressing gowns or instructions." I nodded. He didn't ask me to change my clothes. I stayed in my shirt and skirt. He came up behind me and hugged me. "Today, only with my hands, and with my heart," he whispered. His arms were wrapped around him. One lay on his stomach, just below his ribs, warm, confident, grounding. Then he started massaging my feet. It turned out to be the most intimate. Every touch was like a declaration of love. "You have beautiful legs," he said, "and they should not stand in one place. I want you to dance." I lived more boldly. "Maybe if you're around, I'll dare." His fingers touched the line of her breast again, carefully, questioningly, through the fabric. And when I didn't pull away, he continued, but he was still on edge. We lay down next to each other. He put his arm around my waist. "Why aren't you married?" "Because I haven't met someone with whom I would like to live in the same rhythm again. Before you." He kissed my temple. For the first time in years, I felt not shame, but duty, but warmth and gratitude for every line of my body that he touched, as a story, not as an object. We saw each other almost every day. No sessions, no secret glances. They were just there. One evening, when we were having dinner on the balcony by candlelight, he stroked my hand, and I felt how worried he was. "I got a call from the sanatorium," he said quietly. "They offered to return. To Mogilev. This is a chance for a new life." I felt the world swing. "And maybe I would like to take someone with me who has become a part of mine? Do you want me to go?" "I want to, but I'm not asking. I'm afraid to be alone again." "Let me think about it." The next morning, I woke up alone. There's a note on the pillow. "I went to get the paperwork done. I'll be back in the evening. V." I walked around his apartment, touched the door jambs, feeling the marks of his fingers. I realized that I was afraid of losing him. But he didn't come back in the evening. Not at 9, not at 11. The phone wasn't answering. I couldn't sleep. My heart was racing. In the morning, in a fog, I went to the pharmacy but suddenly headed for the train station. On the board, train to Dnipro, 14:20. Mogilev, 17:40. I sent him one last message. "I haven't changed my mind. If you still want to, I'll come with you, but I need to know that you're here." The message was not delivered. A week has passed. I was alone again. But on the 8th day, the doorbell rang. Victor was standing in the doorway, in a dusty coat with a scratched phone in his hand. "I'm sorry, I got into an accident on the way back. The phone sank. I'm almost whole myself." I didn't scream, I didn't cry. I just rushed to him and hugged him as if I were holding the air. I thought I was going to lose everything too. I thought it was too late. "Not yet," I replied, "but if you disappear again, I'll strangle you." He laughed through his tears. We were standing in the hallway, and it seemed to me that I was finally at home.